linking some arrested military officers to the purported coup, alongside media claims that a former southern governor is under investigation for allegedly financing the suspect. Over the weekend, the Defense Headquarters DHQ described as misleading a report by an online publication insinuating that the cancellation of activities marking Nigeria's 65th independence anniversary was linked to an alleged attempted military coup. The report claimed that 60 military officers ranging from the rank of captain to brigadier general were taken into custody by the Defense Intelligence Agency over alleged involvement in covert meetings to plan a coup against the government. This is what we're talking about today. You can call me Souls, you can call me Mr. Souls, you can call me Solo, you can call me Mr. Solo, but officially, I am Solomon of Fem. Welcome to the show. If you're just tuning in, this is Matters on Voice of the People 90.3 FM. What are we talking about? The African Democratic Congress ADC has called on the federal government to immediately clarify the true nature of an alleged coup plot involving arrested military officers. In a statement signed by International Publicity Secretary Balaji Abdullahi, the party emphasized that it takes any threat to Nigeria's democracy order with the utmost seriousness. The ADC said it has been closely monitoring reports linking some arrested military officers to the purported coup, alongside media claims that a former southern governor is under investigation for allegedly financing the suspect. While firmly opposing any attempt to undermine Nigeria's constitutional order, the party expressed concern about the potential misuse of such allegations to justify political witch hunt, suppress dissent and manipulate public opinion. The party also voiced worry over conflicting signals from government sources, noting that the defense headquarters publicly denied ever referencing a coup plot, despite widespread media report to the contrary. Such inconsistencies raises serious fears that a coup narrative may have been politically engineered, it added. So now, over the weekend, the defense headquarters reports described as misleading a report by an online publication insinuating that the cancellation of activities marking Nigeria's 65th independence anniversary was linked to an alleged attempted military coup. The report claimed that 16 military officers ranging from rank of captain to brigadier general were taken into custody by the Defense Intelligence Agency over alleged involvement in covert meetings to plan a coup against the government. Now, joining me to help analyze this story is Raymond Adegboyega. He's a current affairs analyst and, of course, professor of accounting, banking, and finance, British American University, Florida, USA. Professor Adegboyega, thank you very much for joining us on Matters today.
Good afternoon, Mr. Presenter. Good afternoon, sir.
Okay, now, at the weekend, from nowhere, we heard the military bringing out a report describing as misleading and false and malicious report of an alleged military coup. And of course, on Sunday, the federal government came out defending the Nigerian the defense headquarters, the DHQ, repeating what the army said about the coup, that there is no coup, and the military said, of course, we had report of 16 military officers ranging from the rank of captain to brigadier general arrested and in custody. And of course, the military said it's internal disciplinary measures taking place. What do you think of that?
Thank you so much. There's one thing I want to tell you in the first instance, for every rumor of that nature is when there's some element of truth with it. Okay. And there's something you have to realize from the past experience in Nigeria. You have to realize one thing, that immediately that the federal government actually canceled the October 1 celebration. I've been telling people that something is going on, not knowing that something of this nature will actually come out. So if you see what is happening now with this misleading and conflicting news we have been hearing about this school plotting, there is intention that something of that nature happen. Only the federal government is trying to cover it up because of the implication. And then if you look at what's happening as at October 20 on Monday, when this issue of Kano issue that they wanted to come up, because the federal government perceived that if something of that nature come up, that people actually protesting, that can be hijacked by the military people and then used to overthrow the government. These are the issues that we need to take into consideration to see that so many understanding to actually show that there's element of truth that the coup actually take place in Nigeria. But there's something you have to realize in the process. I remember vividly during the MPN era when the party was saying that it's the only political parties in Nigeria, MPN and the military. And the same thing is happening now, that you say body defecting to APC, and I'm saying that that is not government for Nigeria, because we are moving towards one party state, and due to other political parties or other politicians will just sit tight, we just sit and start looking. They can do and not do. So the federal government should come out and tell Nigerians about the true situation of what is happening as regards to this issue. It's a sensitive issue. It's not something that we have to put under the carpet or the federal government will be misleading Nigerians. We are Nigerians. That's why I'm saying that we are actually moving toward a bad social order in Nigeria, and we are actually pursuing fruitless effort in making Nigeria to be. Nigeria is not moving forward. We are just almost stagnant in one place. Nothing's happening. Our economic issue is terrible. People are hungry. There's hunger in the city, in the country. And what do I expect? People realize there will be violence, there will be so many things. The violence is better for the federal government to find a solution what is happening and let us know the truth and nothing but trouble about what is social about this issue of power in Nigeria. Please, that's why I perceive it personally. Maybe I'll come later.
So, obviously, at the weekend when the news first came out, I mean, it flew over everyone's head, probably because of the proposed hashtag Free Nnamdi Kanu protest. That was.
Even God has said that if not that maybe the people of the government try to find out that if this issue of Kanu protest took place, it will be hijacked by this military men in order to take over Nigeria. That's what I'm saying. The issue, that's why the Spanish government tried to go to the flag of the court to make sure they stop that protest. You know that we want to hold the issues on strike. The students are let loose now. They have nothing to do. So this is an opportunity for students to actually hijack all these things and be part of the protest. This can actually be source to anarchy in the country. The way this person government is actually taking Nigeria to be is not good. The government, they are doing absolutely nothing. They only after 2027 election. Is that why we voted for in 2021? And what we voted for is a change of government and we can have a good government in Nigeria who can actually make the economy of Nigeria to move forward. But nothing is moving. Nothing is going work in Nigeria. I'm saying it. The time has come. I don't know the way the government handle the situation in Nigeria. The federal government, the present government is doing absolutely nothing. And they are occupied doing nothing. And they are busy doing nothing, I will say it. But for the interest of the public, for the sake of the citizens, let the federal government try as much as tell the truth and find solution to this issue. Because if it doesn't happen now, it can happen later. Because the way we are seeing now, look at what happened in Madagascar. It was just ordinary protest, and the military tried, and they have just that protest from them and become a military coup. If you want, I don't have a military government in Madagascar. You have to be very careful. It's a serious issue. It's a serious issue.
It is indeed.
Serious issue. Yeah.
Now we don't know the validity of the story. We don't know how true.
That's why you know that can I say something? If you remember, many Nigerians have been agitating that they are fed up by this present government and have been saying that the country that's going on in Burkina Faso, what is happening to Chad, what is happening some other with this West African country. Because people are tired of the government. The government is not finding solutions to the welfare of the people. People are ugly. There is poverty in the country. There is hunger. There is terrible things happening in Nigeria. To be honest, we want to stretch them. And you see how these people, the governments and this position are defecting to do because in order to have a safe place, to have a place where the will be tried by the OFCC. And they just like we have never do nothing. And the president is telling us to be actually approaching our government. We should accuse our governor. How many can actually get that to the governor to ask him that they are always spending our funds? So what I'm saying, they should not allow this thing to escalate. So the military has been complaining. The military long country they are complaining about the situation, about the whole situation, and what is happening there, what's happening in the country as a whole. So for the sake of the safety of Nigeria, and not to allow anarchy to come up, the federal government should find solution to this thing on time. Let us know the situation, the true situation of things. We have been having a conflicting report. We have been having so many controversial reports that we need to read the report and the exact report what's happening in Nigeria as about to this school. Enough is enough.
Even the DHQ shot itself in the leg while trying to explain it, because they said while on one hand they said it's the arrest gets to do with internal process.
You have to realize what if you look at the story, that's something they said that they arrested some military officers for certain offense. Is it the first time they were arresting them for certain offense? Why they don't have blessings? Why they are telling because the military were personally arrested as a reason for an offensive arrival from the coup. Nobody can accept that unless they give us the true situation of things. Even we have been there on the net or several times that you see one military officer complaining about their promotion. One neighbor say that some people went to go and play football and they give them 200,000 for those who have been sacrificing their life. So for Nigeria, they have not been given anything. So people have been complaining. There's some more atrocity going on. We are just deceiving Nigerians. The truth. It's not time for us to write the truth and nothing but the truth. That's the way I see it.
So as I was trying to say, they shot themselves in the leg. While on one hand they said it is an internal process aimed at ensuring discipline and professionalism within the military rank. And then on the other hand, they said that an investigation panel has been duly constituted and its findings will be made public upon conclusion. I mean, if it's an internal process aimed at ensuring discipline, why do they have to make any findings?
I'm so happy with that situation, because I myself, I read and I was laughing, I was just looking at myself that if something is like internal, it's not necessary for us to Nigerians to know the internal issues happening within the military circle. No, I mean, the general atrocities happen within the military circle in the world. Why is it now why they are addressing the issue of coup? Let me tell you one thing about the federal government should find solution to find solution to the economic situation of Nigeria. People are hungry. There's order in the city. If there's a military coup, so the people will come out and start enjoying and just be happy. I'm telling you, they will celebrate it, and it will not go for Nigerian democracy. The way they handle Nigerian democracy is very bad. Look at the problem is coming and then telling that we are now bringing people to APC, and the APC government is not doing anything. What can they do? What can they do? And people are buried that the PDP is not more, and I'm happy about it because the PDP is a useless party. Because when they said they were said that they will rule Nigeria for the next 100 years. I don't know, I was snaps. This is not a country. This is a banana country, to be honest. It's terrible. The situation is worse. Enough is enough of all these things. Enough is enough. Enough is enough. So there must be a way out. There must be a way out.
Now, as I said before, we're not sure how true this story is. It's not been verified. If it is true, it means the federal government is trying to cover up an alleged coup plot. And why would the federal government want to do that?
Mr. Solomon, you have to realize one thing in this country. We have been to this journalism for a long time. Nigerian government have been like that for 5 years and in the past. They never come out with the truth. They always try to deceive Nigeria. They don't know they have the duty to tell Nigerians about Nigerian situation, about the Nigerian government, about the be hearing rumor that the person will get one program is widely is not the one that transaction for is not because they are not being straightforward. That's why we have been having a kind of misleading and confusing the text about so many things about Nigerian issue. This is terrible. I don't know how we are going to get to that place. There's no real social order in Nigeria. There's no big direction in Nigeria. We are just embarking on fruitless efforts. The government is not ready to do the right thing. People are tired. I'm so sorry. Nigerians are docile. That's the problem. We are docile. That's the problem. That's the problem. That's why I see it.
Now, we know that the wave of unconstitutional takeover, it's gradually going up. And of course, Africa is not spared, as if you've rightly mentioned. You've mentioned Niger, you've mentioned Burkina Faso.
Look at Madagascar now.
Exactly, Madagascar is the latest country where one of the poorest country in the world with lots of resources, and then the people came out for protest. And the story is the army actually joined in the protest. Incidentally, this unit of army were also involved in the plot that brought the last president into office, and then the military and they joined in the protest, and before you know, the president ran out of the country.
Because of that, when we see some discussion that the military has actually joined the rally. So the next thing we find out is that maybe it was military that actually orchestrated the protest. And then let me tell you something today. In Nigeria, if military takes over, people will be jubilating, will be rejoiced. I'm telling you, I'm saying over, and people will come up with more than.
Are you sure? Because I mean, we've experienced.
I'm sure. Let me tell you one thing today. We want to test the people, go to the market, go and ask, go to the facts, go and ask. People are tired of this one because they are not happy. They are not happy. We are not practicing democracy. It's only the rich getting rich and poor getting poorer in Nigeria. The average Nigeria, there's nothing like working class people in Nigeria again. There are so many people in so many ministry. Look at the state level. The state governments are collecting a lot of money. They are doing absolutely nothing. They are only after 2027 election. The federal governments after 2027 election. They are not telling us that PC is not getting more candidates, getting more people. Is that what you need in Nigeria? And what are these people? What are these candidates? These people? What are they? What are they?
I mean, I've heard people say. I mean, at this point, it is a very popular saying that the worst of democracy is better than the worst of military.
My brother, just tell one thing. I am talking about democracy. I will practicing democracy in Nigeria. I will practicing democracy in Nigeria before. I will practicing democracy. Everybody likes to embrace democracy. When you look at the young that have witnessed military coup, they will tell you that democracy is good. They will tell you that not just how there should be military coup. But why is there good democracy government? What's not democratic government? It's not democratic government. They are just putting people in slavery. They are just putting people in slavery. And why democratic government should be able to care for its people and to make an element for the people. Let there be good schools or good health, where we care the welfare. Let there be good things. Let there be social order, good social order. Let this type of democracy where people are making money. The poor, the rich are getting richer and the poor are getting poorer. It's not the way democracy. They also practice fair play. They don't practice social justice. There is no justice in Nigeria. And when we get in the equal rights and all this and all, people are tired. They are trying this thing. This doesn't happen. This government doesn't take time, and the present government is not actually making an effort to find solution to our economic situation in Nigeria. It can be worse than this. I'm saying it.
One would have been expecting with the wave of unconstitutional takeover in Africa, and of course the latest in Madagascar, one would have expected that leaders of African countries that are supposed to be practicing democracy will up their game in order to avoid situations like this.
Can I give you an instance? Look at what is happening in Burkina Faso. Why is it difficult for Nigeria? Nigeria is what they call itself is giant of Africa. Why Nigeria call itself giant of Africa not able to stop this nation in Burkina Faso? Why can they not stop this nation in Chad? Why can't they not stop this nation in the third country in this West African country? If I am actually preserving democracy, and these people just go to see that we are enjoying the benefits of democracy. What do you think they will say? They will not have against this military judgment. But that's why they will never rise against the military tyrant. The fact that this most of the in Nigeria, they are not enjoying the fruit of the democracy. That's why they look at us and they know what they don't care about it. Why do you want to say that the Burkina government should unleash power? They didn't do that. Nobody listens to us because they say that we are too much not in Nigeria. Democracy is not thriving. What is happening with democracy? It's useless. To be honest, I don't agree with it. People are suffering. There are too much hardship for Nigeria.
Now, incidentally, this news is also coming at a time where former Vice President Professor Yemi Osinbajo is leading a delegation, ECOWAS delegation, to Cote d'Ivoire to monitor election that should be that's going on right now. I mean, he's leading an ECOWAS delegation to Cote d'Ivoire. And then one will be wondering, I mean, a former vice president of a country where its citizens are complaining that they are not getting the benefits of democracy, and where there is a controversy about how the president has been elected on a country where the citizens are clamoring and crying for electoral reforms, and it looks like it's taking forever for that to happen. Do you think he's in the best position to be leading a delegation on an election to another country?
Don't mind how much responsible job. I'm telling you, he doesn't know anything about politics. Only just it's an academia like me, but he's only find himself because he was actually having opportunities to be the vice president during that time. Let me tell you, there are so many Nigerians that they are not supposed to be at the helms of affairs. It's only people that they are only parading our people made our third team of 40 of the Nigerian government. I'm telling you, most of the players involved in Nigerian governance. No, to be honest, they are not supposed to be there. Even when you look at some of these governors, people of them, they are not serious. They are not serious. They don't have anything upstairs to deliver Nigeria. How can not tomorrow not take us back to one serious person? All of them are political jobbers. They don't take us serious in Africa. They don't take Nigeria serious in Africa. Go ask African countries, go to small African countries and have their citizens. They don't look at us as the rest of Africa again. They see us as somebody that is not serious. We are supposed to be leading Africa. Look at, I forgot the name of this man from Kenya, a professor. That man always says something that Nigeria, people are looking towards Nigeria to be leading Africa. And we are not doing that. We are only creating more problems and atrocity within the country. The country is not moving forward. We are not, that time we have been talking about 2007 election since 2003. What have we done about our economy? Economy is not functioning, it's not functioning. To be honest, I'm not happy with the future of the country today. People are suffering. Look at the price of our petrol. Look at the family estate. Look at the health sector. Look at every sector of which one is actually working. Nigeria is an unproductive nation. I'm sorry to say that we have nowhere to expand. But the only thing is, let us know the situation of this Coup issue so that put Nigeria on the right side and let us have the clear things about this situation and not this enough.
Now let's stay with the ADC demand there. The African Democratic Congress, ADC, of course, urging the federal government to clarify the nature of the coup plot. I mean, it's easy for us to dismiss it as the opposition doing what an opposition does, which is most times to criticize government programs and government handling of things. But on the deeper level, they criticize the government's silence on the issue, describing it as deliberate strategy to let the story fester unchecked. They further allege that the administration may be using the narrative to divert attention from ongoing governance failures and garner public sympathy. Do you agree with them?
In the first instance, let me say it. That's what we expected from the opposition political party. But in the first, I want to tell you, ADC is not a right political opposition party to say something of that nature.
Okay.
When you look at the caliber of people in that party. But as it is now, that we have to say that and we expect an opposition to come out because there is no strong opposition political party in Nigeria again. There is none. Because at the same time, we have to see that we cannot just keep quiet. And then what they actually demanding for is very, very right and very, very accurate. But the only thing is that Nigeria will not actually take whether the federal government or ADC serious because they don't see the two of them as solution to Nigerian problem. That's my own perception about it. It's good to have, if you have a really strong, very tactful opposition political party with right people, with people who have a good sense of direction, Nigeria will take them more serious and they will support them and they will say that the government should answer them on time and give them the true situation of things. But if you see that's why people quiet. People don't take ADC to be serious. I personally don't take ADC to be a serious political party because politically have people that involved. They are not straightforward. They are not being straightforward. So Nigeria is a dilemma. It's a pity that we have to find ourselves in this situation. It's getting worse and worse every day.
Now, let's also take a look at the position of the Department of State Services and all these DSS. The DSS, as we know, is supposed to be an intelligence organization tasked with the responsibility for national security. And we know several situations where the DSS have come out to make statements, allegations and statements of, most of the times, some may allege, threatening private citizens and organizations about certain things. But the DSS has been awfully silenced.
That's what Mr. Solomon, you should expect that. Because let me tell you, can you compare DSS of Nigeria with DMI in Britain, with MIMI in Britain? You understand now? You cannot compare. But they are not ready to do anything. You understand? They are not ready to do anything. You understand? They are not ready ready to do anything. You understand? So what I'm saying in lesson, the DSS from Nigeria should not take them so serious. Don't take them so serious as anything that can actually happen in Nigeria. Do you understand? Because the what they are doing is they are working with the federal government, and it's not the government tell them that they will do. They are dictating. They are dictating to the government. You understand? They are dictating to the government. And they are sorry, the government is dictating for them, and they have to do the needful in order to be in the same the same line with the federal government. So they cannot do anything than that. So don't take them serious. It's what they ask them to do, they'll be voicing out. And that's why we cannot get any booking from Nigerian DSS. That's it. I don't know why all of us are the same. I don't know why we're working in the same direction. We cannot have a change of mind. Because a country where there is somebody lying, bias, where people are lying, where people are not saying the truth, where people don't do what they like, to their own interest, to their own benefit, it's not a good country. To be honest, we need to have a change of mind and attitude.
And finally, before we let you go, with what's going on in Nigeria now, the insecurity, the economic situation in the country, Nigeria, most people will agree that Nigeria is at its worst ever since independence. Do you think, with all what is going on, Nigeria's democracy is at its most vulnerable?
To be honest, that's the right word. It's the worst the kind of government we ever had in Nigeria, because the reason is this. Because at this time now, you just see that life is getting unbearable for the people. There is no working class group in Nigeria again. Even people don't know what will happen tomorrow. People don't know what will happen in the next hour, because people are just confused. They don't come because our politicians are only after themselves. They don't care about us. See how much of money the senators, the rest of our army. See what is happening to university lecturers. See what to Boston Island 600,000, and yet they pay the imports of the citizens. It's when they feel the imports of the citizens, they feel that they are tired of the present government. It's when they come out. But when people are not tired of the present government, there is no kind of ministry, there is no kind of harm you can bring. People will resist. People will resist. The present day, people are tired of this government. I'm saying it. They are tired of democracy.
Professor Adegboyega, thank you very much for your time. It was a pleasure talking to you.
You're welcome, sir. You're welcome, sir. You're welcome, sir. Thank you so much.
That was Raymond Adegboyega, a current affairs analyst and professor of accounting, banking, and finance at British American University, Florida, USA. Well, we do sincerely apologize for the audio there. Honestly, didn't know what was going on, but at least we could pick up on some of the things he talked about. Once again, we do sincerely apologize for that. The phone lines are open now, 0700-903-903-903. Again, 0700-903-903-903 or 003-692-9933. Again, 003-692-9933. You can also call or text us via WhatsApp, and the number to call on WhatsApp is 081-717-56338. Again, 081-717-56338. Hello, thank you for joining us. Hello.
Hello, Ism.
Hello, can you hear me?
Can you hear me?
I can hear you clearly. Thank you for joining us. Tell us the name where you're calling from, please.
This is Emeka from Ogun State.
Okay, go ahead, please.
This is Emeka from Ogun State. God bless you. What I want to ask is that, what is the difference between military rule and civilian rule? Because since we are under civilian rule, that is democracy, and we cannot be able to have freedom to speech, and we cannot be able to have that freedom, so we are still under bondage. So if I might say, I would like military to take over this nation, because I think I have been under military ruling before. So what we're even suffering now. We didn't even suffer such a thing we are suffering right now. And again, I want to ask, for how long will military remain silent under this,
problem with that notion.
Politicians,
Hello, can
and
you
they're
hear
busy
me?
killing the people?
Hello, Emeka.
Why wouldn't them also rise up, in their own protest? Rather, they are joining the same politicians and killing the innocent people when they comes out to speak their mind. Enough is supposed to be enough by this time. In all these things, we allow all these old men keeping everybody under bondage, and we are suffering, be a slave in our own country. God bless you.
Okay, God bless you. Thank you. Well, apparently you couldn't hear me. I mean, let's be careful what we wish for. I mean, things may be bad now, but what's the guarantee that if there's a military takeover, things will not get even worse? That is the big question. So let's be careful what we wish for. The number to call 0700 903 903 903. Again, 0700 903 903 903. Or 0803 692 9933. Again, 0803 692 9933. You can also call or text us via WhatsApp, and our WhatsApp number is 081 717 56338. Again, 081 717 56338. Let's read some of the messages we have here. Good afternoon, Solomon. Jonathan said that his ambition was not worth the blood of any Nigerian, but this government does not care about killing anyone in the country except their family members. Are they looking into the server hungry and a massive hardship facing us? The answer is no, but what they prefer was that we continue crawling, bowing, worshipping and taking peanuts from them. Using live ammunitions and tear gas the people is cruel and uncalled for. The president cannot deny that the order to manhandle the protesters were not from above. There was no record of violence or destruction of lives and property. When until this intimidation of the masses come to an end, they must know that one day monkey will go to market and will never return. That is the way you said it in English. That is very funny. The president should tell us who tear gassed him. The president should tell us who ordered tear gas, and when he wanted Jonathan out of power, by all means. A protest was the exact thing he used to deceive us. We have seen that Jonathan's administration was heaven on earth. Most people are currently roasting in hellfire, which the government intentionally created to further reduce the people to animals. Man, this write-up is freaking long. Sorry. It is a good legacy he's leaving. He will never be president forever. Whatever they sow now, they will reap. We are watching. Chude from Ayuturu. Thank you very much, Chude. The write-up is quite long, though. The faction is not surprising because we have weak and clueless leaders who always run to the party that is ruling, as if as it happened during PDP, that made people like and wanted die in PDP before APC grabbed power, that they want to use to put fire in Nigeria now. So 2027 will not depend on defection, but what the people want. It will be a big shame to APC that after all the defections, that APC will fail to give Nigerians credible election. Chimere from Agbara. Thank you very much, Chinemere. I don't believe the presidency that there was a coup plot against Tinubu. The government, if she is sincere, they would have to convince everyone by giving us their names and battalions or units. They may even go further to send the intelligence unit to play along with the alleged plotters, like Abacha did against Obasanjo and Ladipo Dia, that convinced the entire nation. The strategy is childish and absurd, therefore should be discounted as discountenanced as falsehood. Tinubu is testing the waters and to frighten Nigerians. Funny indeed. Chinedu from Badagry. Thank you very much, Chinedu. Hello, thank you for joining us.
Hello, Solomon. Good afternoon, sir.
Good afternoon. Tell us the name where you're calling from, please.
My name is Obina, calling from Ejibo.
Okay, Ogbina, go ahead, please.
Solomon, is it how we will live in this country and build this country? All this deceit, lying, just turning everything upside down, no rule of law. Is it how we will build the country? Then we will not build the country like this. Perhaps all these people that is in the politicians, for me, they are not Nigerians. They are not Nigerians. Wike is from US. He has set his home at the US. Mr. President is from France. He has set his home at France, including other senators. You are laughing. When Nigeria we can,
I mean, if you mention Benin Republic or Togo or Niger, that will be understandable. But from France and US,
is it not where he built his mansion? He buy a mansion there. Is it hidden?
Okay.
When Nigeria, because with this Nigeria we cast. With this, the generation of today is not the generation of 20 years coming. Some generation will not bear it. Nigeria will blow. We are talking it as a joke. Nigeria will blow. These people, they are not Nigerians. If they are Nigerians, Nigeria is your home. Then everybody beautifies his home, make it to be good, to be comfortable for him. But all this, what they are doing, lying, turning everything upside down, when they come to the law, it will favor them. When they cannot interpret it to the rich, it's only for them. And in short, I don't understand, Solomon. I don't understand.
Thank you very much. Thank you. The government should tell us the truth about this issue of coup. They are denying it because they know they have failed, and the president's action may attract military coup. John from Ijaniki. Hello.
Hello.
Welcome to VOP. Tell us the name where you're calling from, please.
My name is Christian. I'm calling from Sulere.
Okay, sir. Go ahead.
Please, I just want to complain about this APC, their problem. In 2015, when President Goodluck Jonathan was the president of the Federal Republic of Nigeria, there is nothing like to arrest any protest, to arrest anybody. Why now? These people, anybody protest, people will go, the police will go to arrest people, police go not for everybody, but many people are dying in the forest. Go to different states, you see Kaduna, Plateau State, Bauchi, everybody is dying every day. There is no police to go and arrest anybody. Why police always arrest people for this?
Okay, thank you.
Yes.
0700903903903 or 0803-692-9933. You can also call or text us via WhatsApp 081-717-56338. Hello.
Hello.
Welcome to VOP. Tell us where you're calling from, please.
This is Peter calling from Satellite.
Okay, go ahead, sir.
That's solo. But I want to talk to you.
Go ahead.
Please, I don't know what is going on in this nation. My brother, honestly, I'm tired. Because if you check properly, how can a nation be in peace and you be experiencing coup d'etat? It is only a nation that is not in peace when things are not going on well. The judiciary are not helping. The police, the policing department are not doing their jobs. You understand? That is only where you see who want to take over. There is no right country doing things right that you experience coup d'etat. The people are tired. I could remember when this government came up started their protest. I even was part of protesters at that time, protesting against good luck, not knowing that this people's plan is just to take over. He came up with so many agendas, but the people, arguments here and there. After before that time, I'm living in Lagos. I'm still staying at Lagos here. My best friend then that I have used to be a Yoruba man. Hearing me, he used to be a Yoruba man. I know how we live together in peace. You understand me?
Okay.
It was the unity. Can you hear me?
Yeah, but you have to round up, so we'll give space for
Okay.
others.
It is the unity. It is the unity of the people as at that time that made that protest strong as at that time. But now this present government doesn't want protest.
Okay.
And the people are not hungry. They don't want protest.
Thank you. Thank you very much.
It is well.
Good afternoon, VOP Nwabu from Surulere. Peaceful protest is the right of the citizens. Is police the strongest? Because assuming the protesters resisted them by catching and arresting them, what will it be called? Good afternoon, Solomon. Our so-called politicians are evil and wicked. They love themselves to inherit our resources. Shame on them. Remy from Ejibo. Good afternoon, Mr. Solomon. Please check your studio engineer if they're listening to this radio station out office, because the horrible sound coming out doesn't let one enjoy the station anymore. Please, they need to do more. Geoffrey from Egbeda. Thank you very much, Geoffrey. I'm sure the engineers are listening to this and they will work on it. Hello.
Hello.
Welcome to VOP. Tell us the name where you're calling from, please.
This is Wale calling from Iowa.
Okay, go ahead, sir.
On the case of military takeover, the headquarters, the military defense headquarters, have denied the rumors.
Yes, they have.
The federal government of the day has denied the rumors. Why is the rumors spreading?
Why is what?
Why is the rumors spreading?
Well, if you listen to the way the military made the announcement, there were some conflicting statements. Go read the statement correctly. It is those conflicting statements that is causing the rumor.
You see, it didn't start today. It didn't start today. This is just one section of the country, of this country we want. Go back to the 50s and early 60s. The set of Nigeria, when they are not in power, what they cost is military coup. What they want is military coup. But if some people in Nigeria, what military coup? It's because they are not in power. Whenever they are not in power,
and it is also the fact that DSS has been very quick to make publications. I mean, they have not even said anything.
Because there's nothing to say. There's nothing to say.
Well, they've actually said some things when there is really even nothing to say too. So what's the difference?
That is what I'm saying. There's nothing in this thing. It's in Nigeria of some people, and they will never have that power.
Okay.
They never have that power. Because they had power once. It will never come back to them. The power will never come back to them. So let's to their mind. They're not Nigeria.
Thank you.
Because this is 4 years. And we are another 4 years.
Okay.
So because it's 4 years, and we are another 4 years. And the power will go back to the north.
Okay. Thank you very
much. And I think for me that saying Nigeria is true. Nigeria will never prove. It's one thing that will happen that everybody will go back to his region. You don't know people. Nigeria will not prove.
Okay, thank you very much.
That everybody will go back to his region.
Thank you. Good afternoon, Mr. Solomon. Please, I want to ask if President Tinubu is going to use renewed hope to campaign 2027 again. We are waiting for him. Nigeria prefer to die in silence than to stand up for their rights. Presently, to eat one meal is hard a day from Lagos. Good afternoon, VOP. Since bandits and Boko Haram are privileged to do anything and go free, and it doesn't take much to be won, just one cow or goat and gun, get it, and you are among the privileged Nigerians in Nigeria. I come in peace. Hello.
Hello, Mr. Solo.
Yeah, welcome to VOP. Tell us where you're calling from, please.
Good afternoon.
Good afternoon.
Yes, my name is Amos, calling from Trade Fair.
Okay, Amos, go ahead, sir.
All right. Concerning what they are saying about the queue or no queue, I want to say that this is a propaganda. It is not true. Nigeria is not a country that can be able to execute a queue just like that. And I want to tell every Nigerian, this is only the strategies that Tinubu, the government of Tinubu, are using in order to scare people away. It is the means of letting all the politicians, even the people that are coming ahead of him, not to venture to intervene in anywhere. You can see how he's doing. Ekiti State is being bombed down, their secretariat. I'm talking about the coalition of ADC. So all these things that he's doing is how he can put fear to all these people, to the positions. So he's now framing that they want to.
Looks like
that such is true. Okay. So that's the way thing I want to say.
Okay, thank you. Hello.
Yeah, Mr. Solo, good afternoon.
Good afternoon. Tell us where you're calling from, please.
This Prince from Ojo.
Okay, Prince, go ahead.
Yes, very unfortunate what we're experiencing these days. Personally, I don't see the political will of the government to solve certain problems confronting the nation, especially the case of insecurity. A lot of military men and officers have been slaughtered by bandits and terrorists, and it's not a little small thing to talk about. As we are speaking right now, before you know it, after a few days, you begin to have another one altogether. How long do we control like this? How can our military officers be slaughtered like cockroaches, like ants? We're supposed to defend the territorial integrity of Nigeria. And it pains me seriously, honestly speaking. The government is not doing much to prevent this kind of development. The military officers deserve to live as they are fighting for us. Many of them have been killed in a manner that is very, very thought-provoking. I want to salute the courage of Showore. Anytime, any day, Showore will become president in Nigeria, because the youths are very much behind him. After P2B, he's the next person. He's a destabilized citizen. In fact, what he did, not being an Igbo man, shows that if he becomes head of state, he's going to take care of everybody. People like him are needed in Nigeria. The government is not doing much at all to end insecurity and to bring better life to suffering Nigerians.
Okay.
Things are very expensive. You can't talk about transport, education, healthcare delivery system, and water environment. What are you talking about? Government should wake up and do the needful.
Thank you very much. Good deal, Souls. If you were not a Nigerian and you were an international investor, with all the stories you hear about the country, would you ever invest in this country? Sheikot from Itire. Thank you very much. Sheikot. Hello.
Yeah, hello.
Welcome to VOP. Tell us where you're calling from, please. Hello.
This is Chibuzo calling from Abarand.
Okay, Chibuzo, go ahead, please.
Solo, honestly speaking, what is happening in this country is getting out of hand. I don't know what our president is thinking about. He's thinking that he is God, but he is not God. Remember when he was not in power, when Jonathan was in power? He carried the protest on his head. Then now that you are the president, why can't you allow people to protest? The people that protested yesterday did not have gun, not carry knife, and you are chasing them, shooting at them. Now police is denying that they did not shoot. See, if they deny something from human being, they should remember they cannot deny it from God. You should remember that whatever he's doing, he must surely face the consequences. One day, he will leave that office and go and face his consequences. Thank you very much.
Thank you. Zero 903 Hello.
Hello, Solomon. Hallelujah. I'm through today. How you doing?
I'm very well, thank you. Tell us where you're calling from, please.
That's a good job. I'm calling from Sunday.
Okay, go ahead. Talk to us.
No wonder the professor, Yoruba professor, called is speaking from far away America. That was why he was that eloquent and blunt. Nobody is advocating for me to, but in such situation, I apply this solution. Maybe what people are going through. You know that military is not the same. But we close his hand on anything he can lay his hand on. The situation is terrible. You can imagine the military being the president now and then, and the commander-in-chief still not to do anything. They will bind their ears, bind their roadside displays, giving opulence. This is a bit the president fact that they say not to the reform. They are in the forefront of doing reform. People will understand. But this one they are doing and rubbing on our friends. What they are doing is just 2027, being all manner of campaign, and doing this for time. I mean, I don't understand. You interested in a solution because if you cannot continue like this, because they don't know what they are there for. This APC has to win in Nigeria. That the made right from Buhari, I know that combination of those who will have nothing to offer. And the thing is collapsing. Look at Akpara here, they are coming, Kogi, they are coming. Is it one overall the whole Nigeria?
Okay. Thank you. And point of correction. Point of correction. As a point of correction, the professor was talking to us from Ibadan, or your state. He stays in Ibadan. He doesn't stay in US.
Okay. I thought he said, okay, that's why
he's he did his professorship in US. But he's a lecturer at University of Ibadan. So.
Okay. The God bless him. If you don't see the truth, people don't know when they are going. Just like I need you never knew when they went outside naked because nobody tells him. People don't say the government, we are not doing how you don't know.
Thank you.
Especially with their propaganda, lies that they are doing what the court is doing. We have cheaper supporters like Abadi in the right team now becoming you continue other people saying they are doing well. Well, we shall need to see. Have a nice day and God bless you.
Thank you. Hello.
Hello, Mr. So. Good afternoon.
Good afternoon. Tell us where you're calling from, please.
I'm Gospel calling from Badang.
Okay, Gospel, go ahead, please.
As much as we don't support any form of coup, but the question we should ask ourselves is what could be the causes? One of the causes is economic imbalance. If you ask yourself, in Nigeria today, is our economic imbalance? Are the poor being taken care of? The answer is no. The other causes of coup could be governance deficit. If you ask yourself, as in Nigeria, are we benefiting anything from this governance? To me, personally, the question is no. Number 3, we have security failure. The question is, do we have security failure? The answer is obvious. Then we also have ethnic marginalization. Yesterday, there were protests by Nnamdi Kanu that some region of this country are being marginalized. Are some portions of the country being marginalized? The answer is yes. Then we also have external interference and all whatnot. So the question is this: we should not just condemn something. We also have political repression. Where this present government does not want any form of political opposition. So me, I'm not that part of student that always condemn something. So me, I think that every problem should be solved from the root.
Okay.
Thank
you. Hello.
Hello, Mr. Solomon.
Yeah, welcome to VOP. Tell us in where you're calling from, please.
I'm calling you from Jagamo, Mr. Ifeanyi on the line.
Okay, Mr. Ifeanyi, talk to us, sir.
Yeah. I love the program, and I love the way the man analyzes his programs, and God, if the mercy, will bless him. Into our president, the problem is that, how you enter, just like Peter Obi always said, how you enter into office matters a lot. The thing there is that everything within him is gara, and he believes that he can use it to achieve everything. So there's no way this man will not continue to act the same way he entered into office. So to grab it, keep on grabbing it, keep on grabbing it and run away with it, So that is what I see in this government. Because how can you not allow other opposition to compete with you? How will it be interactive? Just like football now, you must allow other players, to play with you so that we will know your strength. Because you know that you are not doing well. So it's fear of unknown is what is going on. So had it been that you are doing well, and Nigerians will also fall along with you and vote you back in. So it's just like when Fashola was in this Lagos. He was doing well. And when he went to enter second turn, it didn't stress him. He just entered, from the masses. They just voted him in. But they the same thing. So, but I don't know why. When you are not doing something right for you, and you think that you can, maneuver everything. So, in short, I don't understand.
Okay.
I don't understand why he's oppressing other political parties. Doesn't want to come up.
Thank you very much.
Is it how somebody rule? It's not a good rule at all.
Thank you.
May God help this country.
Amen.
That's what I want to say. God bless you, my brother.
Hello. Hello. Good afternoon. Welcome to VOP. Tell us where you're calling from.
It's me, Captain from Mesawa.
Okay. Go ahead, please.
Yes, if the Tinubu let me be taking a position away from context of the he can never succeed. Unless again we are that day, the only one that stands without voting this list. It's not possible. Someone must stand in contest against it. And we are hoping. I know. Someone like TCB, a platform is somewhere waiting for. If he stand there, the only thing left for us now, the only thing can never help. The only thing, even the you, Mr. Solomon, I want you to journalists to do it. Bring that program every day, from today onward. Bring those programs that will make us that how to protect our election. Bring the experts, bring people who will be telling us how to protect our election in 2027. Let's see the next agenda for us now. We are going to vote. Election will take place.
Okay.
We are not going to contest it. So, bring a program for us. Let us educate ourselves, know how to protect our vote, and prevent what happened in 2023 not to happen again. That's the only agenda we have for now.
Okay.
If we talk about it, that's the only thing. Thank you very much. Peter from Mesawa.
Okay, thank you, Peter. Hello. Hello. Hello.
Yeah, good afternoon, my brother.
Good afternoon. Tell us where you're calling from, please.
Good afternoon, my brother.
I can hear you. Tell us where you're calling from.
Can you hear me?
I can hear you. Good afternoon. Can you
Okay,
hear me?
I don't know if it is because of as usual. Maybe you can hear me. I cannot hear you. Okay. This is Nadi calling from Spain. My brother, let me just say the issue of coup in Nigeria is long overdue to me. If what kind of things that happen in Nigeria, the latest thing is yesterday, people protesting, peaceful protest, we open fire on them. Our military regime, military is supposed to come and clean all this mess. People people in power now doesn't want it. They are enemy of the nation. They put out occupy offices now, both from Senate, this judiciary and this executive. These people we need a military like Abacha to clean all this mess.
Abacha.
This look at the subsidy.
Are you
people
sure?
stealing
Okay.
money. Look at the way they invest of money, and nobody will just say. Everybody will just believe nothing will happen. We are in democracy.
Well, let's
look at the killing yesterday. Look at how they ransack army every time they just went to their camp and they sweep. That is, this have not happened before. Then he will say that we don't need this if you cannot protect life and property. You don't want here to be a president.
Okay.
And the second, because a lot of things are happening. Nigeria, where Nigeria is now, we need a military that will just clean all this mess. That is the only thing we all need.
Thank you.
Because people that occupy office are enemy. These people are just vampires in occupying office. Look at how the life of everybody. I visited Nigeria recently. Look at what I saw. I shed tears.
We have to go. We have to go. Thank you.
Business at the job is.
Thank you very much. Well, he can't hear me, so I just have to cut the call. I mean, of all military ruler, it's Abacha he called. I mean, that's weird. We've had some good military rulers in Nigeria, though. If he had called any of them, that would have been understandable. Abacha, ooh. Okay, you see, Solomon, like the first caller, many no get sense at all. How can any sensible person wish for the military to take over? Same military that brutalized citizens daily, same military that kills protesters. Many people forgotten about NSAS and the role of the military, or the refusal of the military to act when being called upon, when communities are under attack by terrorists. The same military are looting, are stealing funds for ammunition. Same military with soldiers have been caught supplying weapons to terrorists. Now that same military, a full human being with head for him neck, they call for them to take over. People really need to be careful what they wish for. Hopefully that never happens, because the military will be more sinister and brutal than the politicians. The military, as it's like another political parties, don't pray for a situation where you would have to pray for Tinubu to come back. Well, I understand you, Tay, but unfortunately, those instances you call, those military were taking orders from civilians, from civilian rulers. But I get where you're coming from, though. I get where you're coming from. But that's a message from Tay. Hello.
Hello, my brother.
Thank you for joining us. Tell us your name, where you're calling from, please.
How are you, sir?
Very fine, thank you.
I'm calling from Mexico.
Okay, your name, sir?
My name is Andrew.
Okay, Andrew, calling from Ichibo. Talk to us, sir.
Yes, you see, why people are talking about military taking over is because what we are experiencing in the civilian rule or civil rule is not expected, or it's not what they expected. Because the military rule, for example, when Idiagbon was empowered in 1984, what we are experiencing now, we didn't experience it at that time. The government of Idiagbon was a clean one. It was a military. Can you compare now that of Idiagbon to the present day government of the civil rule or civilian rule? You cannot compare them. So people have passed through hardship more than. People have passed through pain more than. So that is why people are agitating for civil rule. So no one is, if they are going back to that, they are not making mistakes. Okay. So that's my answer.
Thank you.
God bless.
Okay. Good afternoon, Solomon. Based on the available information, the hashtag Free Nnamdi Kanu protest in Abuja turned violence when police fired tear gas and possibly live bullets to disperse the crowd. The protesters, led by Omoyele Sowore, were demanding the release of Nnamdi Kanu, the detained leader of the indigenous people of Biafra IPOB. The police had obtained a court order restricting the protest to certain areas, but the organizers defied the order, leading to a confrontation with security forces. The situation escalated with reports of tear gas and possible live bullets being fired, resulting in the dispersal of the protesters. Why are we still holding this man? Please let him go. Mr. Ogumbiyi from Idimo. Thank you very much, Mr. Ogumbiyi. Hello.
Good afternoon, sir.
Good afternoon. Tell us the name, where you're calling from, please.
Okay, I'm calling from Agopala.
Your name, sir?
Okay, Tunde is my name.
Okay, Tunde from Agopala. So talk to us, sir.
Yeah, what is happening in this country, man? I don't really understand again. Things is not really moving well right now. I don't understand. We need to change this country. Everybody needs to stand up and do the right thing. Nothing is moving on. Understand? I don't expect this thing to be happening from this our president. It's really disgraceful with the Yorubas. In the time of Awolowo and the rest, we don't have a leader like this. This man is really disgraceful. Not. Thank you.
Thank you. Okay, message from Fidelis Ogunude. Good afternoon, Solomon. Please, any military government is far better than shamble, dubious, and undemocratic government that we are seeing here now in Nigeria. Thank you. To be sincere, I'm fed up. Okay, let me pick this call before I read that message. Hello.
Hello, Mr. Solo.
Yes, so good afternoon. Thank you for joining us. You're my last caller for today. Tell us the name where you're calling from.
Thank you. My name is Godwin Ibe. I'm calling from Agor Palace Way, Okota.
Okay, Godwin Ibe, 1 minute, please.
Okay, please. I'm just asking, can't Tinubu do something like a democratic leader that he called himself? What I'm saying is this. Releasing Mazen Nandekano will bring a very good name to Tinubu. It will bring a very good name to him, and it will bring a very good name to his own regime as a civilian regime, more than dictator regime. Please, I don't know why Tinubu should be so stubborn like this. Despite he's not the one that put Nnamdi Kanu there, but then as he come in, for him to make the mind of so many Nigerians, these both Yoruba, Igbo, Hausa, they are all not happy to keeping Mazen Nandekalo inside there. Can't he do something like that just for once, and then let us see what will happen next?
Okay.
Thank you.
Thank you. To be sincere, I'm fed up and tired of this country. I feel gas and there is no food to even cook to eat. Can't sustain myself, even my children thinking of suicide. Go walk, no sale. Sorry, we do sincerely apologize for that. We're living to have not the president. Our president pocket judiciary, executive, and the legislative in 21st century and silence 200 million population, and you expect us to vote you 2027. Bravo. In fact, I clap for Tinubu next election in between APC government and Nigeria. Ade from Lagos. Thank you very much, Ade. Good afternoon. The fear of unknown has befall the ruling party APC. You cannot rule a country without opposition parties. When you have an opposition party, you pick corrections, but this regime doesn't want anybody, your political parties, to talk to them. Nothing good is coming from this regime. This government of Bola Tinubu is worst corrupt government I've ever seen. The blood of our youths killed at Lekki Tollgate years back is still crying for justice, and now they're out there with arsenals killing again. Is it a crime to protest? May God help us. Duru Uchenna from Mushin. Okay, with that contributions, we say bye-bye to the show today. Tomorrow is another day. Chioma Innocent will be here to take us on the show, and I'll be back on Thursday. Thank you very much for your contributions. Until Thursday when I come again, the program is Matters on Voice of the People 90.3 FM, and the time is 1:30 p.m. I am Solomon of M. Do follow my IG. Follow me on IG, Solofem1, SOLOFEM, Solofem figure 1, Solofem1, or Twitter, Solofem, this time without the 1. Again, I am Solomon of M. Good afternoon. Tune in to Voice of the People 90.3 FM for the rest of our program.